So H3H3 has uploaded my response to iDubbbz, and of course it's about the Content Cop, so let's see what they got here.
A few days ago, my good friend Ian, also known as iDubbbz, released a Content Cop about me. His video's over an hour long, and it's full of a lot of accusations.
Still should not have brought back Content Cop for this, dude. I mean, you've already seen what I said in the reaction video of the last one.
We watched the entire video, every frame of it, responded to every accusation on the podcast and a really long episode. We watched the whole thing. So if you're interested in a more thorough response to everything, I would recommend watching.
Yeah, man, wasn't this thing like a whole 4 hours? And bro, are we going to get a content deputy? That'll be interesting.
This episode. The video that I'm making today, however, I don't need an hour for because there's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services. Not one time.
Yep.
In the entire video, he never says CPS. No mention, no explanation, no overview, nothing. Zero mentions of CPS. A few weeks ago, Child Protective Services showed up to our house at 6 a.m. to interrogate us about an anonymous tip they got that our kids were crawling around and eating dog shit at catching diseases. Ian spends the majority of his video characterizing me like a raving lunatic who's lashing out at everyone around me with zero provocation.
Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help, maybe if he stops harassing other creators, maybe if he does these things, eventually he'll find
This feels more of a Content Cop than what Content Cop H3 was.
peace, and we can like
H3's video that I'm talking about, of course.
rekindle our friendship. And I feel like I am speaking up for a lot of people who have problems with you, and a lot of people who have been on the receiving end of your harassment.
What he doesn't say is the majority of these clips he's using are taken from this episode. Now, does he ever show the title of this episode? No, he does not ever show the title of this episode. Snark called Child Protective Services on us. Not only does he not show the title, he doesn't explain why I'm upset, who I'm mad at, why I'm mad at them. Zero context. I am just an anonymous, screaming lunatic.
It's been pleasant hanging out with you. I've enjoyed your content over the years. And as of late, it's gotten really fucking shitty.
Yeah, so go fuck yourself.
Recently.
Who else? Who else do we want to burn today?
Who else do we want to burn today? You're making it so fucking obvious that this is your emotional dumping ground. It's horrible. This is not what podcasts are. There was a way to approach us to say like, yeah, we feel hurt by you guys not saying something. You've decided to do the extra thing and attack.
In this episode, the same day that CPS came to my home, I was understandably irate.
Of course.
This was a provocation that I had not experienced. It went into my real world, was affecting my children and my life in a way that I found extremely disturbing and an escalation that I found very unacceptable. Now, why am I
fucking iDubbbz. Why did you not bring that up, man?
mad at Ian for this? Well, let's start here. Denims is someone he's accusing me of in his video of harassing. Let's see what Denim said about my children 3 days before CPS was called.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit. And
This is just from that one other video from H3, huh?
He has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit, and God forbid, I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it, or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something. But they contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia from the dog shit that is all over his house.
Dude, how is it that like maybe once a week I look into what Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time I manage to find more and more terrible shit. This is where Ethan tells a story about his family.
This fucking chat is insane, dude.
Getting Giardia.
Fucking chronically online people, but don't even like understand like real life world consequences, man. That's fucked.
We have Mold Mondays. Now we have Shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, but
Hey, man, if you want to be chronically online, pull up in my chat, man. It's just a chill over here, man. Be chronically online.
The way it can be very,
With me.
very severe and deadly to small
Instead of all this negativity over here, man.
children. I mean, much like many other illnesses, it's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. There are lots of things that you can get as an adult. You're totally fine. You'll be A-okay. No problem. A child, a small infant that has no immune system, shouldn't be catching anything.
No wonder his house is covered in dog shit, and his neglected children raised by nannies have contracted parasites previously unknown to science from the feces. I wonder why he skipped over all of this, because everything that he said, everything that I said in this story, which by the way was apparently compiled by his crew, playing...
No wonder this motherfucker's always sick. Yeah. Yeah, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is this happening? How is it happening? How is this happening? Yeah, I mean, I don't even make fun of people's weight. I've never made fun of people's weight. I do make fun of people's posture. If you're making an active decision that, like, you don't give a fuck about your health or your posture or your dog shitting all over the house to the point where your kids are getting giardia, that's the image of someone who is not well. Wait, what? Wait, what, Dams? Wait, what? You guys didn't know about this? Yeah. Meth Zempic diet. Oh,
the camera motion.
Even after CPS was called, Denham's attempted to justify it by claiming that it's okay because children can't be traumatized.
I want you
Oh yeah, that
to
shit. I remember that shit.
create any bad
dude.
memory here for them. Like, they are 5 and 3. They don't understand this shit. So I told him,
Create any bad memory for them. You're not forming memories at 3 years old, and it's very rare that you're forming memories at 5 years old.
And then this got proven wrong.
Nah, yes, you are. No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not.
she looks it up, huh?
When we're talking about being able to remember, being able to recall memories, it's like 4 is the cutoff.
Bruh.
But even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15. You have maybe 1 or 2 memories.
Dude, a whole lot of this video has been just about denims.
If you're wondering who the guy is she's watching, his
That's Bad
name
Empanada.
is Bad Empanada. And as far as harassment campaigns go, you'd think that Ian, as someone who cares so deeply about it, would be talking about him and
Dude, I didn't even know about this lore until like when Ethan uploaded that one video calling out denims with the CPS shit.
not me. Here's a small taste.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zion is the slur. I'd like to pay tribute to him by playing the first in Al-Aqsa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers as a Palestinian resistance fighter. Anyways, are these Israelis? They're just standing there? I mean, is the Israeli army a bunch of Ethan Kleins? Like, they're all on a fucking Ozempic binge. They don't understand what's going on around them. They haven't noticed me.
Dude.
Where do they keep the secretaries? In here?
Jeez.
I'm hunting for secretaries right now. Secretary got...
Here's Bad Empanada once again, who posted a story saying, I'm the one who called CPS on Ethan Klein. I want CPS to take his kids away because they are seriously in danger.
Are we gonna get a skit? Bro, okay, jump scare?
Today was pretty bad, wasn't it? Really sucked for you. You were so disappointed. The betrayal
Dude,
of
is
one
that-
of your closest long-term friends.
This shit actually
huh?
creepy, man. What the fuck?
Tick-tock, though, Ethan. Tick-tock, because this was just a taste. This was just a small part of what we have organized for you. It's only gonna get worse.
What a content cop. Dude. Man, the big reputation of fucking content cop, man.
It's only gonna get worse, Mr. Klein. Every day, sit there just waiting in misery, in fear of what we have in store for you.
It was the content
Tick-tock
cop.
goes the clock.
maybe if he stops harassing other creators.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor.
Maybe if he does these things, eventually he'll find peace.
The house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit.
And I feel like I am speaking up for a lot of people who have problems with you.
I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it,
like
or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something.
I was particularly angry during this episode entitled Snark Called CPS on Us, because I hold denims to be one of the primary reasons, in my opinion, why CPS was called. Another one of their friends, Froggy Tonic, had been spreading the same malicious rumor about me on Twitter for days before CPS was called as well.
I used to work with this video editor named Froggy Tonic. I discovered him because he was in the circles online that I was in. There would be an occasional Froggy tweet where I'd be like, I agree with that, you know? Like, I'm not going to endorse it. I'm not going to retweet it or like it. But fair enough. Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit, I'm sure.
Now let me show you the tweets that Ian conveniently omitted. Me when my 3 kids ask me why they haven't seen me in the past 4 months. I was in my basement. How can you shun a fallen fan when they worry about their 3 kids when they can't be bothered to protect their dogs? Ethan was neglectful with his dogs. He's already been neglectful with his kids, and he will continue to be. As a child of a neglectful, bipolar, narcissistic dad, that's precisely why I worry about Ethan's kids. I explained it on the podcast, but the truth of the matter is, it's all a lie. It's all wrong. The man is talking about my children. He's painting me as a terrible parent, a neglectful parent, and saying that he's, whose claim to fame is being iDubbbz' friend and former editor, is spreading malicious, damaging rumors about me that led to the CPS being called. Which, by the way, Ian does not explain one time. He did not mention why I'm angry at Froggy Tonic. He did not mention why I'm angry at denims. He did not mention the name of the episode. He did not mention what the episode was about. He actually has a perfect opportunity to explain the CPS call, but watch what he does here instead.
Now, my former...
Dude, I seen a post on X that fucking says...
Episode, he did not mention what the episode was about. He actually...
That says, I ain't gonna quote it word for word, but fucking... That, these 3 individuals, they were doing the Take the L dance, I guess accurately. But Frogan, not accurately, and, they hit her with a... certain F word, 3-letter F word. Wait, fuck it. F word. If you got it, you got it.
Actually has a perfect opportunity to explain the CPS call.
Just looking at this clip makes me think about that X post. I think XQC saw. I think I saw it. Yeah, XQC saw it, and then I saw the clip of him reacting to it where he wasn't trying to laugh. But yeah, that's where I saw it from.
But watch what he does here instead.
Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit.
What other shit, Ian? Other shit is doing a lot of heavy lifting, man. Now, why does this matter? Because Anissa was yucking it up with these guys during the period in which they were spreading this rumor and when the CPS call was made. The CPS call is central to understanding this story. You cannot tell this story without that context, and to try to tell this story without including that detail, it would be the most bad faith, cruel, gaslighting hit piece of all time. Unfortunately, that's exactly what he did. He convinced his audience that the reason that I'm mad, that I'm lashing out, simply because I'm a raving lunatic. I am crashing out. I'm just crazy.
Well, probably like a small, very small portion of his audience, because I don't think many people like that content up anyways.
And harassing his friends for no reason. And by the way, to my good friend Ian of 8 years, I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial, weird crash out. people can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help.
Someone who I've confided in over the years with my struggles with it, who understands what I've been through, the lengths that I've gone to work on myself and improve my mental condition. For him to throw that in my face, to characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment, is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't think he would ever be possible of doing. One ridiculous point he keeps hammering on is that I'm hating on him, I'm harassing him, simply because he's following people on Twitter.
We're not going to run to your defense when, I don't know, we follow people. We be following. That's one fucked up thing that you can say about an Ethan.
Well, I guess Ethan could call X Twitter because I think he fucking left. He stopped using that platform whenever it was still called Twitter. So I'll allow it with Ethan. Everybody else that still uses the X platform, fucking get with the times, man. Otherwise, you're looking stubborn and unwilling to adapt to the new language. No, I'm kidding. Not to the new whatever it actually is called, man.
Ethan and I is when we're on Twitter, we do be
X.
following.
I'm not upset, Ian, because you follow people. That is absurd. I'm mad because you are actively engaging with these people on social media, in DMs, while this harassment is happening, seemingly indifferent to it, silent on it. In a sense, I felt like you were more on their side than my side.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like.
In a sense, I felt like you were more on their side.
Let me just say this. Ethan has the Twitter pass.
Than my side.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out.
Our silence means something.
Grown people, by the way, man. Fuck it, hell.
That's exactly what we felt. Wow, it's almost like we were right about you. There's something that I've never talked about publicly, but around the same time, we received 2 human skulls in the mail at our home, which led us to having a very pleasant interview with the FBI.
Bro.
Things have progressed well past the point of that's just what the internet does. Ian had a recent revelation. He's transcended into a new person. He's achieved nirvana and discovered empathy at age 32.
I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy, and I'm very ashamed to admit that. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy, but I have, and I've realized it because I just can't help myself but feel for other people's pain and suffering now. I'm still not perfect. I think that is, my empathy meter's only maybe a quarter of the way filled up, potentially, but it's at least there.
In the spirit of his newfound enlightenment, he had this to say.
I have made some cruel, hurtful content, and I need to acknowledge that, and I'm really sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons and, obviously didn't have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not. I'm a human, I'm a real human who makes mistakes, and, I make a different set of mistakes than the people I was making videos on.
So PR trained, man.
But it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave, and it's not.
What happened? Am I so uniquely evil that you're willing to abandon your newfound principles after, less than a year?
To bring back Content Cop over it, dude. That's... And then bringing back Content Cop just for H3 because of the reasons that he said it was, that's messed up. But it's also messed up that the video was not good.
What is it that I've done, Ian, that makes me more detestable than any of the other people that you've content copped. And for what did you do this? To revitalize your dying career? This entire video reeks of desperation, of being thrown together, and poorly researched. I don't really even understand why they did this, and I can't imagine that it's going to be worth it. Thanks for the 8 years of friendship, buddy. Have fun with your new friends.
Resistance to the Empire is absurd. We cannot stop them.
Nah, that's wildin', dude. Nah, that's wildin'. That's wildin'. What is this? Getting my eyes fixed? Alright, man. Well, about 2 hours ago, uploaded So Long Pound, the description. And that's it. That's just that in the description. 43,000 likes, 122k views. iDubbbz has never really healed from the Sam Hyde incident, hey? So no 1000 degree knife part 2. Yeah, man, and no what was it, no colorblind video part 2. Thanks for the 8 years of friendship, buddy. Hits hard. It's over, man. It's Jover. It is Jover.